Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a splendiferous weekend. We are getting ready to do Taurus Weekly Update, rolling Monday through Tuesday. Tomorrow, Monday, November 30th, through the following Tuesday, December 8th. Yes, sir. November is a distant memory. There you go. I have already shuffled and cut the cards. What I know thus far, as I'm putting the cards out on the table, a lot of you are going through a lot of changes, naturally, with Uranus floating around, doing all kind of fucked up shit. But it's okay. If there's been a break in a connection somewhere, don't worry about it. Something else is coming along. A lot of endings and a lot of new beginnings. Some of y'all are in that limbo period, though, where it ain't nothing. No new, no old, just hanging in the air. Hold on. Just hold on. What's coming for you? There's your Ace of Swords. It's coming. There are some decisions you are probably going to need to make about any kind of long-term relationship. Yeah, there's that change of perspective. And from this change, and this is up on the Five of Swords, let's just remember 5 is the number of change, that this popped out. I'm just like so not surprised. This is the ass end of the Hangman. And so you got to have a total change in perspective on whatever you're dealing with. That one thing that's fucking with your head. You have to change your perspective. And things are not going to flow for you until you change your perspective. I know y'all like, EJ, shut up. But it is what it is. And a lot of y'all are feeling stressed right now. And that's your challenge. The Ten of Swords sitting on top of the Knight of Wands. Don't get reckless and don't let things disrupt your groove. I know it's stressful. The Taurus just like y'all are. But seek the adventure that you're looking for, Taurus. Don't settle for what's not working. And balance, of course, has been a big topic the last couple of weeks, and obviously the Hangman is going to tell you that there's some amount of balance required. So with the Hangman on top of the Five of Swords, again, that Hangman on top of that 5, regardless that it's swords, definitely talking about changes. And you're thinking about these changes, not only a change in perspective, it may even be a change in personnel, whoever needs to hear that. So some of you may be going through a thing right now with your friends or your so-called friends. I'm using my Bert and Ernie fingers. And you're realizing that and coming out of the last 2 weeks, getting rid of things that no longer serve you. That part. You may be in the process of letting people go, cutting situations off that are just not helpful to what you're trying to do. That Hangman is saying all that it needs to say. That is sitting on top of the Five of Swords. There may be a lot of things that just aren't resolved. There may be things that are going to remain unresolved. That is no reason for you to stop and sit your bull ass down in the grass trying to figure some shit out. If it's not going, you keep going. And things that are going to roll with you will roll with you. So just bear that in mind. With the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, there's a 6 of Cups on the board. Not in the little cards. Okay, so that 2 of Cups, a lot of you are considering love on some level. And this is just about the exchange. We ain't even getting into all the goofy shit. Do you have a house? You got a car, job? None of that shit. This is just the exchange, and it's funny that this pops up. I've been having a conversation with somebody about the chemistry. So if you look at this card, it's like, yeah, he got a cup, she got a cup. What sets everything off is that star. And so if it's a situation that doesn't have that thing to it, you may be struggling with it. Once again, That might be bringing up feelings of boredom, or just feeling like something is not complete for you. Like I just said, if it's not working, don't force it. Keep moving. Do not, by any means, stress yourself out. And there's no reason to get reckless. There may be some disruptive things going on in your life, but there's no reason for you to get reckless and just fucked up. So let's see what's going on. So tomorrow, the Hermit card with the Judgment card sitting on top, you may be isolating, trying to make some decisions. You may be isolating. The Hermit is about the Virgo. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So some of you may have a Virgo in your existence or coming into your existence. Others of you may be even leaving your existence. However that's resonating, it's all about the decision making. Do your best to just get grounded when it comes to making decisions and do what's best for you. If this is ringing bells for you about work, you're going to do better this week to do shit on your own. Group efforts, not so much. That's just a heads up. So those of you that, for most of you, especially if you're here in the United States, this is what we call the holidays. So a lot of people are off, taking off work. Then you add a pandemic on top of that. Ain't nobody at work, that part. Working alone is just if you have to, just go ahead and roll with it. Things will clear up towards the end of the month on the work front as far as people not coming to work, vacation, blah, 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 blah. With the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords on top, once again, talking about that Hangman, old boy here is talking about taking a broader view, a bigger view of what's going on in your situation, your life, whatever. Take a bigger view. And if you're able to step back, you may be able to sidestep the damn dogs, that part. But you got to take a bigger view. You got to open your perspective up. For a lot of you, it's going to be a thinking process. That air, intellectual thought. Do what you need to do. But if you take a broader view, you will definitely avoid some pitfalls. Looking at Wednesday with the Lovers on top of the Sun, there's success here. Those of you that have been in some kind of, which I call it situationship, there's your Lover's card. There can be some kind of success, but you are going to have to go with the flow. This is about being aware of you and them. But the back end of this card is definitely about letting go of illusions. So some of you may have your little rose-colored glasses on. He's so wonderful. He loves me. And then you get out in the light of day and go, oh, damn, wait, hold it. Once again, talking about that broader view. Backing up to Tuesday's energy. Becoming aware of what you're bringing to the table, what the other person is bringing to the table, and getting that shit out in the sunshine. Don't hold on to a whole lot of emotional shit here. However that's resonating with you. I don't know who needs to hear that. But you can be successful if you go with the flow. And that may not mean doing the very first thing that comes at you, particularly in love. You may have to sit back and wait a minute. Once again, talking about taking a broader view. You may have to step back and just wait for some things. And timing. I don't know. Timing is all over this reading. Things just not being, what's my word? Things just not being where they need to be in order for things to line up. You may have to take the step back, aware of the situation, and let it play out. When we get to Thursday, about beginnings and endings. What's unique here, not that it's unique any other time, but you really are ending a chapter. Many of you are ending a chapter. And what's unique about this is that you can tangibly look at the knowledge that you gained from whatever experience and walk through the next door ahead of the game. Parao. Ideal happiness, the Nine of Cups. Ideal happiness. So you may have to let a situation go for some of you and wait for the next thing to happen. Don't grab onto something just because it's there. Okay, y'all that like to shop and see that shirt and you know it's two sizes too small, but you're going to take it off the rack anyway because I got to have this shirt. And you get home and y'all pissed off because it really don't fit. It's that energy. Don't just snatch up something because it's there. Is it right? You got to look at all your cups. And that is sitting on top of the world card. Look at the knowledge that you have, the wisdom that you have, especially dealing with emotional, that cup shit, emotional situations. Some of you may be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This is their energy, that watery, emotional, illusory, talking about illusions, energy. Keep your eyes open and don't jump on the first thing that's coming. Everything that look right may not be right. So just keep that part in mind. The Hangman, one more time. In the middle of the spread for Friday with the Knight of Cups. Some of y'all might be getting ready to fall in love. But this is transition time. Once again, we're talking about the Hangman. He's up in your overall energy. This one talks about a total change of perspective. This one talking about the transition from one to the other. However, that's resonating. With the Knight, y'all are looking for the one that's loyal to you. That's what you're looking for. The one that's going to roll up on the horse and go, hey, here I come to say good day. That part. Loyalty is big with Taurus. So the person that's showing you what you need to see and what we would call dedication, check that out. And if things are as they appear to be, go slow. There may be with the Hangman a change in circumstance. So don't rush off to the preacher and get married. Hold on. Just hold that. But many of you in this transition, you may well fall in love with someone. You may not know that person right this moment, but the energy is such. It's there. It's definitely there. With the Six of Cups and the Two of Swords, talking about the balance of passion. Some of you may be getting a new job with the Six of Cups. You're working with kids or working around kids. You may be getting a new job. But this is definitely talking about the balance of passion, dealing with disappointments from the past, but not getting stuck in the past for all of that's worth. Dealing with situations and then being able to let them go. Some of you may be trying to juggle or process or analyze, pick your word, more than one situation. Hence the two. Just know on the back of this, we're talking about lies and deceit. So make sure you know what you know, what you know. If there's any hint of any kind of hanky-panky shit, let it go. Once again, talking about taking a broader view. Those blinders on. You may think you're trying to balance something, but you're not seeing the full picture. You may want to take those blinders off for a hot second. Those of you thinking about revisiting something from your past, probably not going to work out the way you want it to. So just bear that part in mind. Saturday, Sunday's energy with the Star card on top of the Five of Cups. One more time, there's that 5 talking about change. Embrace whatever changes. You're going to meet some people you probably ain't. You're trying to hang around before. However that's resonating. But embrace the changes. They're coming, whether you want them to come or not. They're still going to be there. So embrace that. Your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams dealing with the... I always want to call her the star. It's the damn moon. But she looks like the star. What do you want me to tell you? But this is about dealing with your fears. Your fears about moving forward. Your fears about moving backwards. Your fears about just stalling the fuck out. That part. This is major energy. Process whatever it is you need to process towards. Don't get hung up on little petty shit. This energy is easy to do that. Keep it moving. Process what you need to process. Heal what needs healing. so you can be open to the changes that's coming your way. I'm just saying. Obviously, there's going to be some loss and disappointment. Things that you thought were going to work out, not working out. You kind of see the little boat just kind of sailing right away. Dude standing there with his cups like, ugh. But what I always say about this card, no matter who does it, sometimes you get too focused on them 3 cups that spilled over that red wine on your white carpet, and you forget about the 2 that are left standing. So there's some gratitude that probably needs to come up, things that you are thankful for, instead of constantly belly aching, but this shit ain't right, and I don't know why it's like this. Fuck it. What are you thankful for? And it may be a thing where every day this week you might have to find one thing that you're thankful for and keep it moving. When we get to next Monday, the Ace of Swords and the Tower. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's all the hell I can say. I'm sorry. The fuck. There's changes. Again, what the hell have I been saying for the past 2 minutes? There's a lot of change coming. That's the Tower. So there's going to be some disruption. This may not actually be just your shit. This may not be Taurus going through the china shop, horn sharpened up. This just fucking changes that are happening on all kinds of levels. You see that eyeball up there. Going through this transit, do your best to follow your intuition. There will be people, places, and things that pop up in your experience looking like you done hit the damn lottery, and come to find out you might owe the tax man. I'm just saying, that kind of shit. So be cautious in what you're saying okay to. Think about what you're turning down. Consider what you have ahead, and let the Tower do what it's going to do. This showed up in another reading for Taurus this week. Let this Tower shake loose whatever needs shaking loose. You are going to find out about some hidden causes. That's the back end of this card. So just know, there's all this shake up and shit's going on. Sit down and get you a bag of popcorn and a Coke and watch the damn show, because there's going to be some things you're going to find out about some folks. And like, damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, that part right there. This will have some impact on you, Taurus. For some of you, it may directly impact you, especially where job is concerned. People leaving, people not showing up for work, and you got to do the extra. Just a note to be ready. But underneath all of that, there's the Ace. There's some divine energy going on here. And in this, you're going to have to make some decisions. Think about what you need, what you want, and what direction you're trying to go in. At the end of all of this, when we get to next Tuesday, the King of Cups with the 5 of Wands, you're going to be dealing with more family type shit, but some of this energy may be blocked. Now, the back end of this talks about conflict. So there may have been some recent conflict, arguments, fighting. I told you that shit right there. It'll block. Whatever the outcome of that is, will block, and it'll be a temporary block. But it may have some sting to it. I'm just saying, keep your family in mind. That's what I'm going to say to you about that. Keep your family in mind. Make sure that everybody is headed in the direction they need to be headed in. And if anything is blocked, once again, just take a step back and let it do what it do. It will unblock itself. Surely, the Tower is going to loosen up anything that's blocked anyway, but there may be a few other little situations where things are just not going right now. Once again, this reading has got timing all in it. So if it is not the right time for something, it is not going to happen. Period. See what the granny cards got to say for my dear bullies. This part right here. Fuck it. By the time you get to Thursday this week, you're going to be trying to do this anyway. So just ask him to show up on Thursday tomorrow. Tell Scotty to beam your ass up. Maybe some secrets. Maybe some things going on in your life. And not necessarily confidential. But keep some shit to yourself. Others of you may have people confiding in you. Keep that shit to yourself. No need to blast it all over the airwaves. Just keep it to yourself. If you're having personal problems, keep that shit to yourself, particularly on your job. Miles are wagging. Just saying. At the end of the day, you need a better plan. Particularly those of you that are kind of going it alone right now. You need a better plan. You need to come up with something better. This goes across the board. Love, work. You need a better plan. Whatever you're doing right now, that's not happening. I think for most of you, you probably need to just back up and take a look at your surroundings and what's around you and let things go the way they're going to go. Definitely an issue about timing, but at the bottom of this deck, talk about commitment. So there may be some conversations that you have with some certain folks about commitment. This is in no way a promotion to get committed, but you need to talk about commitment. People that you are interested in, that you like or care about, whatever. We're talking about commitment. My bull babies, I love you. I hope y'all have a good week. My little personal information is down there at the bottom. Hit me up if you want a reading. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.